Hi everybody, Zach here and welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to talk about, you see it on screen, Cardano. And can this coin 8x, perhaps 10x, still later on this year, perhaps heading into 2022? Well, the answer is yes. And in this video, we're going to talk about many reasons why I'm so bullish on Cardano and many other people are. So it's ranked number 5 already in market cap. It seems to be taking the role of hopefully overtaking Ethereum. And while I think that's cool, and I think it's a good hedge against Ethereum, I do think you can have both Cardano and Ethereum in your portfolio. In fact, I do. Ethereum is my number 1 holding, Cardano my number 2. And of course, just opinions here on the channel, not a financial advisor, just for entertainment and informational purposes only here. But Cardano's got a lot of positive things rolling out later this year. So smart contracts coming out in August or September, and these have been worked on since 2017. Charles Hoskinson, the CEO, who I'm going to show you a little bit more about him later on in this video, they've been working on this since 2017. They've taken a peer-reviewed approach, which means they've had a ton of different eyeballs look at this thing and come back with different ideas and make changes. So essentially, you would think that when this thing rolls out later this fall, summer, fall, that this thing is going to be pretty ready to go, right? They've been working on this for 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021. So it's been a long time. So we really are looking forward to seeing how smart contracts will work on the Cardano platform. So with that in mind, there are some really big pieces of news coming out lately. Two big pieces in the last week. One has to deal with the popularity of Cardano on a very popular exchange. We're going to talk about that. The other has to do with institutional money backing Cardano. And anytime we see big institutions come in and back a cryptocurrency like they have already with Bitcoin and they're starting to do with Ethereum, perhaps Cardano is that third one they start to back, then it gains legitimacy, right? When big money starts backing it, you have to take a second look at it, okay? And also in this video, we're going to go over some price predictions in terms of when it could 8 to 10x. Give you some time frames there when this could happen. And then, as I mentioned, we're going to talk about Charles Hoskinson a little bit later on in the video. So hopefully you're going to stick around for all of that. And if you get some value at any point, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. That would be awesome. All right, so let's pop into it. This is the big story that just came out actually yesterday. Cardano has leapfrogged Bitcoin as eToro's client's most held cryptocurrency. Yes, Cardano on eToro, which is a huge exchange, has leapfrogged Bitcoin. So pretty surprisingly, Cardano's ADA has leapfrogged Bitcoin to become the most held in second quarter of 2021, seeing a 51% increase on the previous quarter. Bitcoin, which led the crypto asset bull run at the start of the year, remained popular with a 42% increase in demand. However, it was eclipsed by ADA. Simon Peters, crypto market analyst at eToro, said the growth in use case potential for Cardano's native token ADA had clearly provided plenty of attraction for investors. So if successful, it will bring smart contract functionality by allowing the writing and deployment of smart contracts for the first time on the Cardano blockchain. And of course, they expect that to happen in the next few months. The price of ADA climbed 15% over the last quarter, suggesting investor optimism around the Alonzo hard fork and Cardano's ability to challenge Ethereum in the long term. So, here's the most held crypto assets among eToro clients. Of course, you're going to see the big three up top: Cardano, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Dogecoin, Tron, Stellar, IOTA, Litecoin, ETH Classic. Very cool. So look at this. Cardano came from number 6 in Q2 in 2020 all the way to number 2 in quarter 1 2021, and Q2 2021 they are now number 1 most held crypto asset on eToro. That's the first big piece of news for Cardano. Okay, number 2 is this, and I really can't decide which news is bigger, because remember when I talked about institutions backing Cardano at the beginning of the video? Well, this is a subtle hint at that already happening. Okay, so Cardano joins Grayscale Digital Large Cap Fund as the third biggest component. So it's been added to Grayscale's investment large cap cryptocurrency fund. Grayscale Investments, which is the world's largest digital currency asset manager, the world's largest, announced Friday the addition of Cardano to its digital large cap fund. They describe this fund as a passive rules-based strategy that seeks to provide exposure to roughly 70% of the digital asset market. Okay? They say at the end of the day on July 1, they've got 67.47% of Bitcoin. Okay? That's number one. Number two, 25.39% of Ethereum. But this is very new. 4.26% doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're dealing with the amount of money in this fund, 4.26% of Cardano is huge. So that is the number 3 largest holding over Bitcoin Cash, over Litecoin, over Chainlink. They had XRP in there for a little while and they took that out because of all the SEC lawsuits and all that kind of stuff. But seeing Cardano here as the number 3 holding and putting it in a category with Bitcoin and Ethereum, again, shows legitimacy, shows that institutions are on the verge of backing it. It's already ranked number 5. And if we pull this all the way out to CoinMarketCap and we take a look at this overall list, so Cardano is about $5 billion away from Binance Coin and roughly about $17 billion away from Tether. Tether is a stable coin. Binance is a big player, but I do think Cardano does pass it here in the near distant future. I could see a future in 2022 where we're looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, 1, 2, 3 in market cap. Okay, let's pop over to this article back here again. And this article talks a little bit more about price prediction. So let's jump in it and scroll down here. It says Cardano's price prediction for 2025, 2030, 2040. I will say this, I'm planning on holding Cardano for the long term. You've got to make that decision for yourself. My exit strategy, my first exit strategy will be 2030. I'll look to take some gains, some profits there. Now, when can it hit $10? I know a lot of people asking that question. I'm going to back it up real quick. I think this year it could hit $5. I think it could set new all-time highs this year. Its all-time high is roughly in the $2.50 range without looking at it. I know I'm somewhere in the right ballpark there. I think we're going to blow past that sometime this year when we get smart contracts. Now, $5 this year, when do we hit $10? Well, in this article, they say $10 is achievable milestone by 2025. I think we can get there sooner. I think we can get there 2022, 2023. By 2030, they say 88 could be closer to $30 to $50. And by 2040, if you're planning on holding it that long, perhaps $100 in 2040 per token, which would just be insane gains, right? I mean, we're not even at $2 right now. So obviously, it's very hard to forecast what will happen in cryptocurrencies, but you have to look at Cardano and love their future. And also, they've got a CEO in Charles Hoskinson who's very out in front of the public, right? So here he is. He's responding to somebody back in August 2020. Alex Hammer says, Charles, please explain the essential value proposition of Cardano in one sentence. And Charles says, Cardano is an open platform that seeks to provide economic identity to the billions who lack it by providing decentralized apps to manage identity, value, and governance. He's always here to kind of talk about what they're doing, their current projects. He's got a YouTube channel. He's very out in front of the public. So make sure you guys go follow him here on Twitter, follow his YouTube page, just to kind of stay up to date on what Cardano's doing. Again, he's very, very active here, and you can learn a lot about the future projects. Pretty recently, he had an interview with Lex Friedman that was like 4.5 hours long. Excellent interview. I highly recommend you check it out. All right, so if you got some value out of this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know what you think down below in the comments of Cardano. And before we get up on out of here, I'm going to just quickly plug our Patreon. If you want to join a private Discord where we're all learning from each other, come on over. We got the supporter level. We got the insider level. Insider level, you're going to get buy and sell trade alerts as well as access to my portfolio, one that we're going to put together. So come on over. We'd love to have you. And hopefully you got some value out of this video. And I will see you in the next one.